Welcome back. Time to check in on the situation with the Ile-aux-Tourtes Bridge. Brenda O'Farrell, career journalist and editor, founder of the 1019 Report, which covers the other side of the Ile-aux-Tourtes Bridge and the 1510 West. She's on the line. Good morning, Brenda.
Good morning, David.
What is going on now with the Ile-aux-Tourtes Bridge?
Well, the good news, it's still standing.
That's good news these days.
I can confirm that.
Okay.
The bad news is sort of a situation of death by 1,000 cuts. The big promise that was made in December that they would return to 3 dynamic lanes, meaning they would have 2 lanes in the direction of rush hour traffic. That was that was what they said would be the minimum. They came back in January, and that's not the minimum. It's actually a new minimum where there's only 1 lane towards Montreal all the time. And they said, but we're going to get to dynamic lanes. That is now off the table.
Do we know why?
Basically, they're saying that there's not enough room for that in the sense of being able to switch the lanes one to the other because they need more room to do repairs. And it's a question of where the weight on the bridge goes. So they've taken that off. Last night, they actually closed the bridge overnight to be able to paint the lines for this new lane configuration. And when you paint the lines, that means it's going to be permanent, because if you were switching the lanes around, you wouldn't need the lines as much because they would change from different times of the day. So the lines have been gone down last night. The new promise now is that sometime before the end of 2024, we might go back to dynamic lanes. But I can tell you, if someone has been covering this, there is no indication, there's no evidence that proves or that supports the theory that the situation is getting anywhere better. Slowly but surely, the situation has always been to diminish the amount of service this infrastructure provides. So, it's hard to get any specifics from them. I received an email from Transport Quebec this morning saying they are going to get back to me shortly with answers to the latest list of questions that I have sent them. And among those questions was exactly when you talk about you're repairing a certain part of the bridge, I've asked them to describe what is the damage to that. Can you describe it in terms of capacity, in terms of structure, all these different criteria? And, that's what I'm awaiting to hear. Whether we get any detailed answers will be still not known. So
Brenda, what I don't understand then, there's so much I don't understand about this file, is that the transport ministry seems to be saying things are going so well now that commuters are going to have to pay for their crossing the bridge before to alleviate the pressure and the time constraints. Commuters could ride public transit for free. Now, apparently, that's done for because the situation has normalized and it's going so well on the bridge. So, what am I not understanding?
Again, that's how you frame the information you provide, and they're always trying to frame it within the parameters of "c'est toujours des bonnes nouvelles." And
I remember. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. Remember when Minister Guilbeault made the announcement and said, "Quelle belle journée! It's a great day."
And it's like again, people in this area have a lot of time to think about it because you sit in traffic all the time. So doesn't bode well for them. You're focusing people's attention to the problem all the time because it is a day in, day out crisis. And so the thing is, they're trying to reframe a new reality, and it doesn't change the fact that the new reality is that there is less and less ability for this infrastructure to provide a service. And you can say whatever you want, but that is the bottom line. So, and it's going to go for a long time. So again, it's the cost. You know, if you're offering free train service and free tolls, someone's got to pay that bill, and that just adds to the cost. So it's, you know, there are limits as to how much the government is going to foot the bill for, and they're basically saying, trying to convince you it's a great piece of news that we're going to get you to pay and suffer, and you have to take the burden of all of this miscalculation that we have committed. And that, unfortunately, is the situation that we face right now.
All right, Brenda, thank you for the update, or the non-update update from the ministry, not you, of course. And, of course, happy to bring you back when you do get an answer from the Ministry of Transport.
I will. I'll keep you posted.
Please do. Thank you so much. Brenda O'Farrell, career journalist and editor, founder of the 1019 Report, which covers the other side of the Ile-aux-Tourtes Bridge and the 1510 West.